5. Good climate news stories. Source: CNN. By visualgk.com. There has been no shortage of bleak climate news in 2023. Unprecedented global heat fueled deadly extreme weather events. Scientists issue dire warnings that next year may be worse still, and the world's carbon pollution kept rising. But amid the gloom, there have also been signs of progress. Renewable energy records have been set, the world celebrated one of its greatest environmental wins, and countries made a cautious but historic step towards a fossil fuel-free future. Here are 5 reasons to be hopeful. A surge in renewable energy. As the need to rapidly wane off planet-heating fossil fuels becomes increasingly urgent, there have been some clean energy bright spots around the world. On Halloween, Portugal started a record-breaking streak. For more than 6 days straight, between October 31st to November 6th, the nation of more than 10 million people relied solely on renewable energy sources, setting an exciting example for the rest of the world. The year 2023 is on track to see the biggest increase in renewable energy capacity to date. China, the world's biggest climate polluter, has made lightning advances in renewables, with the country set to shatter its wind and solar target 5 years early. China's solar capacity is now greater than the rest of the world's nations combined. A climate deal that targets fossil fuels. The COP28 climate summit in Dubai concluded in December, with nearly 200 countries making an unprecedented commitment to move away from fossil fuels. While the agreement fell short of requiring the world to phase out coal, oil, and gas, it did call on countries to contribute to a transition away from fossil fuels in energy systems. This marked the first time that all fossil fuels, the main drivers of the climate crisis, were targeted in a COP agreement. How impactful this deal ultimately is, will depend on what countries do next to implement it. Many experts warned of loopholes that could leave the door open to a continued expansion of fossil fuels. But that a deal was struck at all on fossil fuels was widely welcomed as a breakthrough. Plummeting deforestation in Brazil. The Amazon is the world's biggest rainforest, and it acts as a carbon sink that sucks in planet-heating pollution from the atmosphere. When forests or trees are destroyed, they emit greenhouse gases. Deforestation and land degradation is responsible for at least 1/10 of the world's carbon pollution. Deforestation in Brazil fell by 22.3% in the 12 months through July, according to data from the national government, as President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva started to make progress on his pledge to rein in the rampant forest destruction that occurred under his predecessor, Jair Bolsonaro. Marcio Astrini, head of advocacy group Climate Observatory, described it as an impressive result that seals Brazil's return to the climate agenda. The ozone layer is healing well. The Earth's ozone layer is on track to recover completely within decades, a UN-backed panel of experts announced in January, as ozone-depleting chemicals are phased out across the world. The ozone layer protects the planet from harmful ultraviolet rays, but since the 1980s, scientists have warned about a hole in this shield due to ozone-harming substances, including chlorofluorocarbons, or CFCs, which were used widely in refrigerators, aerosols, and solvents. International cooperation has helped stem the damage. A deal, known as the Montreal Protocol, which came into force in 1989, began the phase-out of CFCs. The ozone layer's subsequent recovery has been hailed as one of the world's greatest environmental achievements. If global policies stay in place, the ozone layer is expected to recover to 1980 levels by 2040 for most of the world. Electric vehicle sales surge. Electric vehicles, which are better for the planet than gas and diesel-powered cars, when they run on renewable energy sources, are key to decarbonizing road transport, which is responsible for around 1/6 of planet heating pollution globally. Americans purchased 1 million fully electric vehicles in 2023, which is an annual record. Electric vehicles accounted for about 8% of all new vehicles sales in the US during the first half of 2023. In China, EVs accounted for 19% of all vehicle sales, and worldwide, they made up 15% of new passenger vehicle sales. EV sales in Europe were up 47% in the first 9 months of 2023. Please like, share and subscribe. visualgk.com